Good morning, everybody. Hey, listen, um, we are a couple of weeks away from major changes to the industry, and the reality is that you've got a lot of people out there saying that the sky's falling. You got a lot of misinformation that's out there, and what's really interesting is I find that it's all um, either on one side or the other. And what I mean by that is that you've got so many people that have a misperception of what's going on, thinking that it's going to change the industry in a lot of ways. And they're right in some cases, but I don't think it's where you are. And the other piece is that a lot of people are saying the sky's falling, that it's the end of the buyer commissions, it's the end of the way on the listing side, seller side, all kinds of things. Um, and I don't think that's accurate either. And so we're going to start a series of these over the next couple of weeks. And it's going to start with this piece of it right here. And it's mindset matters in this settlement. The reality is, as we go through, this is a fantastic opportunity for those that want to work. And I tell my team all the time that this is an opportunity to make the industry professional again and take it to a point where it is above where it currently is, and that's great. And I saw Tom Ferry do a quote, and he said, I'm 3 decades into the business. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It is no different than when you go back and you look over the history of all great businesses. Most of them started during recessions, depressions, moments of change. This is not a recession. It is not a depression. It is a moment of change, and it is a good moment of change for those who want to work, for those who want to become more professional in the business, and it's gonna help those that do. This is a fantastic opportunity for us, and I know on our team, Tucker Real Estate Advisors, and also in our Rockstar Agent coaching process, that we are taking advantage of this, and we're ready and we're excited, and we think it's a good thing. So let me ask you this: which of these statements do you agree with more? It's worth paying a real estate agent to help you buy a home because it's a big, complex purchase requiring expert guidance and professional, right? So many people think that that's not it. That they, in the industry, we as real estate agents, I see more and more real estate agents that are saying that the sky is falling and not looking at what the reality is out there for prospective home buyers and sellers. The reality is that's 76% of home buyers and sellers that are out there. They think that it is worth paying a real estate agent. Only 24% say that it is not necessary to hire you and I to help them do that. So it's not that the public thinks that things are going to change. It's that we do, and we're putting out false information to where we're doing. So how do we get into this? We have got to have a well-defined value proposition. We do. What's that mean? Well, it's up to you to figure out what your value proposition is, and hopefully it's something where you are a provider of information. You're an advisor. We talk about real estate agent, real estate broker, realtor, things like that, and for all of the years that those comments have been around, it's time for us to embrace an advisor, a consultant role in this industry. We need to have this well-defined proposition to be able to show and justify what we are going to offer and receive as our compensation to do that. We need to know our value to a buyer. We need to know why and what the value proposition is, and be able to put that in writing and have a presentation of what we're going to do. And again, as we go through this series, we're going to go through some of the presentations too. So the other piece of this too is those that are aware of the actual settlement. It's not that many of it, right? 37% of the people that responded were aware of the settlement and the proposed changes, but 63% of the population had zero clue. Guys, 63%. Remember, go back to the other piece of it where it's over 70% think that it is valuable to use you as a buyer representative. Those are big numbers. It's not what you're hearing from people in the industry, and it's not what you're hearing at the water fountain and the offices and brokers around, because they're thinking that it's going to change things. It's going to ruin the industry, and it's not. What it's going to do is it's going to increase the professionalism of the industry, and it needs to. Will the NAR settlement impact whether you will use a real estate agent to sell a home? Guys, no impact. 49%. No impact, right? So whatever their opinion is before, this is going to continue to be the same opinion now. More likely to use an agent, 27%. Think about that a little bit. More likely to use an agent, 27%. Less likely to use an agent, 24%. So again, you've got a quarter of the population who thinks that it's going to change. You've got a quarter of the population who even knows what's going on. You've got a quarter of the population that is less likely to use an agent. That is 3 out of 4 people that still value what we do. Now, what that does is it's going to continue to help us elevate our game and elevate what we're doing. Which statement best represents your opinion about the issue in the trial and the trial outcome? 3%. Real estate agents are being attacked wrongly and this trial verdict is wrong. Well, you know who that's coming from, right? Yeah, us, right? National Association of Realtors, big real estate companies, are finally facing consequences for ripping off home buyers and sellers. Again, look at what the thing is, 24%. You know that it's the same 24-25% that is not going to use an agent. Would they have used an agent prior? Probably not. That's the reality of it. 74%. Real estate agents who work with buyers will now have to negotiate how they're compensated directly with those buyer clients, and it makes sense to me. It always has, and the reality is that is always what we've done on our team. We have always negotiated our own compensation on both sides, whether it's a seller side or a buyer side. We've always given and presented our value proposition in a consultation process and showing numbers and showing what we do and showing that there is value to what we do. So it's time that we all do this. Next question. If you are hiring a real estate agent to help you buy a home right now, which of the following payment options would you be most likely to choose? 1, pay the agent an hourly rate of $100 an hour to complete the task just that I need to perform them. Okay? 20%, pay the agent a flat fee of $10,000 to provide any services needed during my home buying process. 66%, pay the agent a fee equal to 2.5% of the purchase price of the home I purchase with no fee payable if I eventually decide not to buy. So again, look at what you're doing, right? You're thinking, I mean, you've got 86% of the people who have zero issue paying fees and only 14% want an hourly rate. Well, those 14% are probably the same 20%-ish that were not going to use us in the first place, and they're looking for somebody, to do an hourly rate, okay? What's interesting too is the higher the price point you get, the more people are willing to pay a percentage or a commission rate that we've seen forever. So again, the sky's not falling. If your mindset is that this is the single greatest time to be alive because I have a ton of value to deliver, I love serving customers, I'm a great problem solver, you're going to love this market, guys, you're in the right place, right? Jimmy Burgess. A fantastic guy. This is the mindset that we have to have. This is a fantastic time to be a real estate agent if you are willing to practice, to learn, to grow, to get out of your comfort factor and your comfort zone and learn how to present value to prospective clients. Have you ever negotiated the commission rate with a real estate agent? Guys, look at that. 70%. No. 17%, yes, got a reduced commission. 13%, yes, no change in the rate. 83%, either no or no change in their rate, but they still made the purchase and used a real estate agent. 17% got a reduced commission. Interesting when you look at these things. Gary Keller, we've gone from a speed market to a skills market. If you can make this transition and develop your skills, you're going to be just fine. Again, this goes back to the same things that we have been talking about for years and that we work on our team. It's the skills, the knowledge, and the systems in place to support the skills and the knowledge in what you're doing. If we practice our skills and we get better, we are going to be fine. If we increase our knowledge and we transfer that knowledge to the market, guys, we're going to be fine. If we have the right systems in place to help communicate our value, to deliver information over time and be that resource, that advisor, that consultant to people, and get them early enough in their process of looking or making a move, then again, we're going to be just fine. We need to learn how to communicate our value. And this is in all of the different things that are going on, whether you're doing podcasts or blogs or posts on social media or different scripts and things like that. We have to be able to show, tell, and educate the consumer on why to use us. This is no different than any other industry, any other business that's out there. The more we can communicate our value in the more different places and of the more ways that we can help and educate them, then the more clients, the more customers, the more business that you're going to have, and of course the more success and longevity as well. As here's the final piece of this. Most agents know what's happening, right? You look around, they know. The good agents actually understand what's happening. But the great agents can explain what's happening. Which one of those are you? Do you just know what's happening? Do you understand it? Or can you actually explain it? When I mean explain it to potential buyers, sellers, customers, clients that are out there. Can you explain what's happening and how to help them do this? Guys, this is not the end of our industry. It's not the end of your career. It will be for some, let's be honest, right? It will be for some, and in all reality and honesty, it needs to be for some. But if you are willing to increase your skills, increase your knowledge, and implement the systems to support you and become that advisor, that trusted advisor and consultant to those that are out there looking to buy or sell property, then you are going to succeed, and it is going to be fantastic. All right, guys, stay tuned. We're going to have some more over the next couple of weeks. We're going to go into presentations and actually how to present your value, what to do, what's valuable. So stay tuned, and let's have some fun with it. Guys, time to increase your skills, knowledge, and your systems. Let's go get it.